Hare Krishna. After Krishna left to the Dwarka, Mayadanav had completed all the plans and decision making how to construct the hall. He immediately instructed all his Rakshasa friends to get all the materials for the building of this hall. So thousands and thousands of the golden pillars were brought, and many kinds of jewelries which was hidden in the Himalayas, that was also got by these friends of Mayadanav Rakshasas. And then by seeing by doing them some astrological calculation, they found out one particular date, auspicious date, and they started working on the actual working of that particular hall, assembly hall. And before they actually starting, they distributed lot of wealth and lot of jewels, lot of cows as a charity to the Brahmanas. They fed the Brahmanas sumptuously because they knew if the Brahmanas bless us, then everything can happen peacefully and nicely, comfortably. And they did that, and they took the blessings of the Brahmanas and they started their work. And it is said that it took 14 months for them to construct the beautiful massive hall, assembly hall. And the description is given that all the pillars of the hall were of the golden. And it also said that there was one artificial lake which was created in the hall. It was more than 50,000 square foot of that particular hall is given that it was 50,000 square foot. It was so big. And it is said sometimes that it was more beautiful than the Sudharma hall which belonged to Lord Krishna in Dwarka. And it's also said the description of the lake is given, the artificial lake which was made in the middle of the hall, which was really beautiful. And the slabs were made up of the rubies and golds and pearls, emeralds and diamonds. In that particular lake, there were many golden colored tortoise and turtles were playing. Many swans were assembled in the lake. They were swimming in the lake, and the whole thing was so fascinating that everyone delighted to see that hall. And Maya asked his demon friends to protect the hall. Then Mayadana, after completion, he immediately went to the Yudhishtira Maharaj to he gave the information that now hall is completed. Now you can enter into the hall. The Yudhishtira Maharaj was pleased, and then he discussed with his Brahmanas and also with the preceptor, the Dhaumya Muni. He asked him what to do, when should I enter. Then according to they have done some calculation, and they decided the particular date. And that time they invited all the Brahmanas, all the rishis from the universes, and then they called some influential kings of the worlds, and they did the hall entering ceremony. And Yudhishthira Maharaj took his position as the leader, as the king of the Indraprastha kingdom, and all the sages were surrounding him on the top. Then the remaining Pandavas took their seat. And the description is given that all kinds of sages from the universe were assembled there. It is explained that there were Asita, Devala, Vyasdev was there, and then Atri was there, Markandeya Rishi was there, Durvasa Muni was there, and then all the demigods were also arrived there with the Gandharvas and Charanas and Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, Nagas were there. And all the leaders of the different planets were offering their best of the things to the Yudhishthira Maharaj for his satisfaction. And soon all of them could see that Narada Muni is coming from the heaven to this particular hall, and Yudhishthira Maharaj immediately bowed himself unto the Narada Muni. Then Narada Muni started asking him the question, is everything fine? Are you following the religious principle? Are you leading people to the liberation? Are you using your wealth for the sake of a people's protection? Are you using your wealth for the sake of people's health? Are you taking nice care of them? And Yudhishthira Maharaj was listening to them. All the brothers were very reverent to the Narada Muni. They were listening what principle Narada Muni was teaching. He was telling them about the different subjects matter related to the politics and related to the religion and spirituality. He was giving them the wisdom, and they were all listening, and then Narad Muni asked, is your marriage successful? Is your wealth successful? And is your study of scripture successful? So Yudhishthira Maharaj said, no, but how can I understand that my marriage, study of scripture and wealth is successful? Then Narad Muni told that the scriptural study becomes successful when one becomes humble. Then he said, the wealth becomes successful when one gives it in a charity, and marriage becomes successful when the wife is happy and she bears the offspring, like that. So the Yudhishthira agreed, yes, I am giving the charity and I am also humble in front of the sages, and also my wife is really happy. Then Narad Muni very happy with the Yudhishthira Maharaj, and he prayed for Yudhishthira Maharaj, and he also gave the blessing that whoever stays in your kingdom, he will be free from the 5 stages of miseries. He told that fear and weakness of the mind and procrastination and anger, and of course the food. So they will be not having the problem with these 5 miseries. They will be really free with all kinds of these problems, which are the causes of the misery. Narad Muni gave him the blessings like that. And in the next session we will see that how Yudhishthira Maharaj was impelled or how Yudhishthira Maharaj becomes desirous of performing Rajasuya sacrifice. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.